Alright, and hello and welcome to World of Tanks, and this time we're playing American version. Also, as you can see, besides the snow decorations, I added a couple other things to the premium hangar. Namely, photos of the women of wargaming.net in World War II stylized fashion. Which is kind of funny, actually. Yet another reason to get premium. Anyways, I have a shit ton of gold on here because it's been piling up all beta, and apparently everyone in beta is about to get hard wiped. So I kind of figured I'd go on and practice a little bit for my opening. If we go over to Statistics, the T1 Cunningham, 5 battles, 1 victory. The MS1, 4 battles, 2 victories. And the Leichttrachter, also 5 battles, 1 victory. And as you can see, all of these tanks are actually at Elite. And several of them actually had a lot of experience that I converted to free experience and then spent on the AT1 and the T2. So this video is just going to be a quick little revisitation of these little tanky tanks. As you can see, everything's upgraded just because I can. There's not really much point to it. Let's start with the MS1 and work our way to the right. As you can see, I am not using the fast shooty thingamabob. I'm using the single shot big cannon thing. Also, the model has undergone some revision from previous times. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All there is to say. Let's hit battle and hope for the best. Waiting times are very high right now because everyone knows it's going to get hard wiped and no one actually wants to play. Which is always nice, I guess. I'm not really concerned. Oh yeah, I can actually convert my gold into silver and then use that to buy myself the next tier tanks rather than actually having to earn the money. That's an interesting possibility. I might have to look into that. Anyways, we'll be back once the matchmakingness happens. Alright, and we're in battle and stuff. Yeah, I got some PZs in here with me, premium PZs. Oh yeah, I should try out premium tanks too while I'm here to see what's good with those, maybe. Anyways, let's get going. As you can see, this tank still slows the turtle, no matter how far you upgraded. I'd have to say, actually, the T1 Cunningham is probably my favorite of all the tanks. Starter tanks, that is. However, I did get luckier, maybe, with the MS1, or I did better with the MS1. Whatever it is that I did, I managed to advance in a smaller amount of battles. When with other tubes, I mean, 4 battles is not a lot to max out a tank, quite honestly, and I like that. I think it's great. Oh, and here we have one of their tanks. And apparently he's being a dumbass and just trying to rush us, which isn't gonna work. Really can't do that. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's a Cunningham. As I said, they're pretty damn zippy. There's no way I'm gonna catch them, but if I just crash through some of this fence here, might be able to intercept them. Oh, looks like I got intercepted on the interception. That guy's not in a proper place where I can shoot at him. Let's go crash some more fence and just slowly chug along. This tank really is quite a joke, but what can you do? You have to play it to get to the Russian tanks, which everyone will argue are the best in the game, and I'd say not without reason. There is a distinct feeling of Russian superiority present throughout the World of Tank experience, and they've captured the ledge, which is not good for us, but not particularly good for them either. So, there is no way I'm going to hit this shot, but I'm going to try anyways. Yep. No. Stop moving. Oh yeah, now there's like depth of field on your scope too, which is just annoying. There we go. Got him in the turret. No, that hit the hill. Alright, well, now I have no choice but to run foolishly into that giant pack of enemies up there. I think that's what this sounds like. Or maybe I should just try a random shot in the dark at the hill. Nah. It's not really much gameplay, thinking, strategizing that goes into playing as one of these tanks. You just kind of run around and hope for the best. Alright, now what I have here is called a superior position. Because if I set up right there, I will be able to shoot them without them being able to shoot me. Because their turrets don't go that low. And this is why I prefer the thicker gun. Alright, well that guy's done for. And I was actually wrong, he was able to hit me quite a few times in the side. And there we go, that guy's done for as well. And that's why I generally don't like the fast guns, is because they don't really do much damage. Sure, you'll probably hit, and you'll throw your enemies aiming off too, which is annoying, but that's about it. Oh, whatever. I managed to hit one of them, and we won by base capture. So yeah, there we go. I destroyed as many tanks as anyone else on my team, and M2 Light has shown itself to be quite good, but then again, it should. It's a tier 2 tank. Yeah. Alright, let's just convert experience. Yep. Alright, so it's 1,000 more experience. There's my thoughts on the MS-1. Let's move on to the Lekki. Now I have the braid on here, everything upgraded. Same deal. Going into battle. What can you do? Sit around in a queue, and as you can see, there's a heavy concentration of tier 2 tanks. Just 25 of them, and then there's another little pocket around 5. Which is to be expected. To be honest, I dislike tier 3 tanks, but tier 4 is the worst. If you're a tier 4 light tank, this game is quite literally hell. And the developers don't really see that as a problem. So, it's not going to be quote-unquote fixed anytime soon. Well, there's 11 tier 1 tanks. Maybe I'll be able to get a match nowadays. Any day now. Would be great. Anyways, you've seen in the Russian version that if people are actually playing, there's none of this garbage. There we go. Alright, so we'll be back after loading screens. There we are. We are going to be playing the Lechtraktor. It is a strange machine because it is not a tank, but a boat. It even has a handrail. But yeah, Lekki here presents his own set of problems, namely that any side of him can really be easily penetrated. The front's probably the best, but his turret's so far back that you can't actually peek around corners too well. You gotta sort of jut your nose out up until your fat ass can actually see something, so that's always nice and unpleasant. But what can you do? You gotta live with what you have, right? It's also one of those burst fire things. As you can see, it fires 4 bullets in quick succession. If we were to actually be aiming at something like, let's say, that little red roof, you'll see that you get a good amount of recoil. and you have to compensate by slowly dragging the mouse down just a little bit. Or if you're close enough, you can just say fuck it and let it shoot. You know, whichever. Situational. Oh no, here comes a little sprinting horsey. Nice sprinter. Well, let's see what we can do about him.
We didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor. They killed our driver. The loader's hit. He's moving slowly.
And yeah, I'm fucked. I can't actually penetrate a Panzer II's armor with this gun. So that's probably why the Lech Traktor is my least favorite of all of them, is that it can't really do shit. Unless it's going up against something like an MS-1, and even then you need a ridiculous amount of shots to actually do anything to it. So that's why I don't like that tank in particular. Now the Cunningham has its own interesting... anyways, I have the 37mm Browning on it or whatever. And this one, not quite as boat-like, but still the same story about it just being awkwardly proportioned for a tank. But yet again, if you go on to the M2, you will see the same trend continues. So you just do what you can. Do what you can. We'll be back once we're inside the match. Alright, so we're a little late to the party here, but I'm sure we'll manage. I'm sure we will. And oh dear lord, what am I doing? Oh right, we're on this map. There's only like 3 or 4 maps that Tier 1 tanks get to play on. They don't want to hit you with all the maps at once. So let's see, what has my team decided to do? It's sent a couple of people out over that way, but most of the people have gone down the fog path. Well, that's an interesting way to do it, I guess. Anyways. There we are. Well then. Let's see, what is this? Ah, Lech Traktor. Alright, he is done for, and that's an M2 medium. And Ricochet. And Squat. And Hit. And Hit. And Unknown. So let's see, how are we doing here? We're doing just fine. There's a tank back there, but I really can't be bothered to move. And the M2 medium has decided to balls out rush my team, so we'll see how that goes for him. Oh, and there's a BT2 over there. That thing just downright rapes everything, so you gotta watch out for it. Let's see, I am seeing a tank right about here. Oh, it's another Cunningham.
They're knocked out.
Not anymore. Haha. Oh, speaking of which, there's another probably easy kill gun waiting for me over there if I can hit. Which seems quite unlikely at this point in time. So let's aim right about over here, and oh, he's come to a stop, but now. Indeed. Alright, so there's 2 tanks over there, 1 looping around, and 2 tanks on this end. There we are. If you just do a little bit of damage to it, comes down a lot easier. And is that Cunningham from before? No, that is a 26. Oh, balls. Yeah, well, he's done for us, so it doesn't even matter. There's another one over there that's causing these people some problems. And since this is apparently their avenue of attack, I feel I should move towards it. 12 to 2, 2 tank disparity. Might be time to move out soon. Oh yeah, and the 35T with its apparently quite long gun. That's actually impressive. I figure that thing should do some pretty damn good damage. Anyways, if I remember correctly, there should be a cunt ham somewhere in these bushes. No, they've moved. They're in a different set of bushes now. Anyways, let's go for the low-hanging fruit and just take care of that MS-1 a little bit. And where is that man? Ah. There he is, in an M2 light. Very well then. I shall be in these bushes here, should anyone need me. M2 light is down, and the last tank left on the map is that BT-2 over there. Well, he's just gonna get swarmed, so not really much for him to do. Yeah. There we are. Wow. M2 light just doing work here, and there's that PZ-35. Brilliant tank, apparently. I haven't actually played as the PZ-35 yet. I think that may be something that I'll have to remedy. Right. Convert experience. Yes. Where is the 35T? It is in this branch. And what is the best gun that it can use? The 3.7mm L37. Is that the same one that's... No. And... no. That uses bigger guns. So yeah, that's quite interesting. That's on the German tank destroyer tree. I've decided to go down the Russian tank destroyer tree for right about now. I've actually unlocked this thing here. That's interesting. Another place I was going is the M2 medium. There we are. The M2 medium tank. And sure, let's unlock a radio as well. We have the experience. So, we can now go ahead and go to the depot. And all types. And let's see. Yep, you're getting sold. And let's see how much the next medium is. It's 68,000. And there's also some of the special tanks in here, which is nice, I guess. Medium vehicles, light, medium. Oh, yes, I haven't actually unlocked any particularly many mediums. Let's see, what do we have under heavies? Just the purchasable ones, yeah. And then what about under mediums? Yeah, nothing interesting in there either. The Samoa S35. Now there's a tank that I'd like to try out in this game, actually. I'm halfway tempted. I'll spend my gold on it later. Let's exchange gold. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. Had to do something real quick. We got our gold, so we can go to the store, the medium tanks, and purchase up. What are we looking for here? The tier 3 M2. Right on. Just, okay. Let's buy it with the bone stock crew. And see what's going on here with the M2 medium. Oh dear lord. Look at how many machine guns this thing has. This is just a very, very comical looking thing. And it also has 32 millimeters of armor. Oh god. Okay, so. Oh, our next tank is the famous tank destroyer, the M3 Lee. And yes, I insist on mispronouncing M3 every single time. Let's see, we're gonna give you the tracks, and I totally want the howitzer, but whatever. We'll survive with just this. Let's just make sure we don't have any more experience that we can scum. Speaking of which, I can actually do something with this baby. Yeah, sure, let's unlock you some tracks. And yeah, this tank is not particularly exciting. Actually, it's not exciting at all. Let me rephrase that. So let's go ahead and sell it for 17,000. Go to the store and tank destroyers and see how much it costs. Basically 100 grand. Alright, it's not bad at all. So let's just exchange like 200 more gold. And we'll go to the store and buy ourselves one of these. Okay. So yeah, there you have it. It's a tank. And let's upgrade the suspension on it right away, just for the lulz. Oh, that M80 engine is actually quite tempting. Radio, how much range does this give me? That radio could very well be worth it. But as always, the gun is the most important thing to upgrade on your tank destroyer. I just happen to have some free experience. Anyways, I did show off all the light tanks, or starter tanks, or tier 1 tanks, or whatever you want to call them. So I think I'll call this a video. Commie Cat signing off, and remember, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.